So Green Arrow is going to be featured in a video game that's coming out soon?
Yes.
And I fully emailed Chef Johns. I'm like...
We saw it when we were at the DC office after we talked to you.
Like, can I get in on this? He's like, I'll make some calls. Put it out there, please.
So this has been a fun world to play in already. Like right off the bat, you get lots of cool toys and everything. But what has been a recent moment where you're kind of looking around and you're like, I have a kick-ass job. Like this is just an awesome sandbox to play in. What's like? Tell me about a recent experience.
Do you mean in terms of the show or in terms of like promoting it and the world that I'm living in right now?
Either, both.
The show. I've got a Ducati on the show. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty. That's pretty cool.
Do you get to take it home? That's the question.
Yeah. You know what though? The guy that does the stunt driving for it, because they won't let me, bought the bike and then now rents it to the show. Smart move. Because we had a sequence where I hop off the bike at the beginning of episode 7. The beginning of episode 7 has an action sequence that does not need one bit of special effects. It's awesome. And I definitely hopped off the bike and it fell. And I felt... No, keep going.
We were just talking to Mark, and he was telling us about the exercise bar sequence that you did, and I understand that was you there, so I wanted to know, how come you're not dead? Because I know with me...
You know, when I auditioned for the part, I told these guys, I'm like, I want to do something physical. And I want to do this while everything still works. You know, I don't have any superpowers, so it was important to me to be believable as a guy that could fight crime and could go after bad guys and could snap a guy's neck just by tensing up. So, the exercise sequences, we have a good one in 2, we have a good one in 3, and then we just rewrite stuff in 8. And we have an exercise sequence that it's almost meant to not simplify, marginalize the one in the first episode.
One of the things I noticed about the first episode is that literally we hit the ground running. You know, we don't need to see how Oliver gets all this equipment to take to the shop because he just has it and he is Arrow and we're going from there on.
Yeah, let's get right in. Let's get right in there.
So I'm curious, we're already like at such a fast pace. How is the show going to continue at that pace, or
the show is manic in subsequent episodes. Episode 2 is manic, and I feel like we are advancing our story really well, but that we're also doing it responsibly. You know, there hasn't been anything posed in the show right now that we haven't addressed. We don't. And the other thing that I really enjoy is that while there are twists along the way, they all make sense. And at no point are you going, that's a twist just for the sake of it being a twist. When we saw what happened with my mother at the end of the first episode, that wasn't there for shock value, that was there for a reason, and it's something that we address. We don't do anything on the show that we don't pay off. Like, we showed the Deathstroke mask at the beginning of the pilot, Deathstroke's on his way. And I like that. I like that aspect of our storytelling. But yeah, we're at episode 2 and 3 and 4. There's a bit of a reset in 5. It's a little bit of a different type of episode, but those first 4 episodes are manic. They're all like a pilot.
What's interesting is he not only came back from the island with physical scars, but he has some mental ones. And he's kind of dealing with that. Yeah. So there's a lot of room to evolve this guy. And to become more of a hero, because he does right now is dealing with a darker side.
Oliver in the pilot is very centered. Immediately, in the second episode, we see angry Arrow. You know, when he speaks with Adam Hunt, he's very centered. You're going to do this, or I'm going to do that. In episode 2, he goes after it because it becomes personal for him. And the other thing that's interesting for me right now is we are seeing the deconstruction of Oliver Queen on the island. He goes there as one thing and he just gets broken down to nothing. and that's so fun.
Sort of jumping off that, Oliver is very much, or Arrow is very much a vigilante right now, but we know he's a DC superhero. Is he going to continue as sort of like a vigilante, seemingly a villain in the city, or are they going to start to respect him as, oh, hey, this guy is doing good?
Very soon he's going to start to. Detective Lance is after him, but they're both after the same thing, so their paths will cross soon.
So one of the things about superhero brethren like Batman is he could never really hang up the cowl. He could never really retire because Batman is the person and Bruce Wayne is the mask. Do you think Oliver could ever hang up the Arrow suit? Will he ever be done?
Well, he has a mission, so if he accomplishes it,
Does that mean he's done though?
who's to say? I mean, he doesn't want to do this. He has to. Like he made a promise to his father, and if he could, retire into the country, probably with Laurel, I think that he would, but he's nowhere close to doing that now.